welcome! This is rooflemonger, and my friends, today we're taking a look at Gogeta. He is finally out and available for play. So the first thing I want to talk about for this character is one of his most ridiculous aspects, and that is the double air dash. Because there's a lot that can be done with it, so let's talk about it. So first up, before we go any further, just to cover the absolute basics, yes, you can dash twice in the air. It can be 2 forward dashes, it can be 2 back dashes, doesn't matter. And yes, in case you are not aware, you can double jump and still retain one of those 2 air dashes. So let's talk where this is immediately applicable for mix-ups. The most easy and obvious version is simply this. If I'm going to air dash over your head, I can air dash back around over your head again and land on the same side. Something like that, right? So if I was going to go for the cross up, I'd hit you on the other side. You'd obviously have to block the other side, but I can just as easily go nah and just hit you back on the original same side. And no matter the distance, don't worry, because his stand medium is absolutely ridiculous and it will have the range to reach. So that on its face, that's the easy stuff, right? Just, I'm either going to cross you up or I'm going to cross you up and then cross you up again and land on the same side, right? So that is the easy peasy mix up in and of itself. And you know what? Online, it's going to work great. Use and abuse it. So now let's apply a little critical thought and let's get a little trickier with it. So we all know you can't jump cancel normals. Just doesn't work unless you are in Sparking Blast. And then you can jump cancel all day long, right? And that in and of itself would already lead to some decent mix-ups. Because if we are in Sparking Blast, well then this gimmick becomes applicable basically whenever we want, right? We can just do it whenever, thanks to the fact that we can jump cancel. But, you know, why wait for Sparking Blast? Because you cannot jump cancel grounded normals. Sure, but you are allowed to jump cancel air normals. So it doesn't matter if you're in Sparking Blast or not. If you get blocked, you're allowed to jump cancel all you want. And remember, he is allowed to air dash after a jump. So then all of a sudden we can get tricky. To start with an incredibly basic example before we get a little bit more advanced. Oh, alright, yeah, fair enough. So even if you block the jump, I can still instant air dash and cross you up on the other side. That is an option available to me as Gogeta. So you're never just safe even if you block the one side. But now that we know this, let's say take it to its logical conclusion. So as I am very sure you are aware, if you hit someone with a level 3 super, they have hard knockdown, right? So no up tech, no back tech, none of that fancy stuff. They get stuck getting up at a very fixed amount of time. And say right now the enemy is just set to vanish as soon as he can, as soon as he gets hit, right? With an ultra basic setup after the level 3, we can crush it very easily. So all you have to do after your level 3 is tiny dash forward and jump. And when you know it, there we go. We get in time to stop him from vanishing, right? And same deal, it'll beat Wake Up Down Heavy, it'll beat Wake Up Invincible Reversal, Wake Up level 3s, all that kind of stuff. It's what we call a safe jump. So do your level 3, tiny dash forward, jump, and hit kick. Simple enough. And now, as long as you are mid-screen, well, then we got another layer of mix-up, right? So once you train them to, you know, block that kind of stuff, then all of a sudden you can do the old classic, do this, land, empty, jump low, do it, land, command grab, or dragon rush, or whatever, right? There's a million options. But as long as we're mid-screen, we can also immediately enforce a left-right mix-up. And there you go, right? It's that simple. So we force them to block the jump medium, which they have to block because otherwise they're going to get hit, right? And then we just jump cancel that block, air dash over their head, and boom, hit them on the other side. And that's hardly the end of it. So once that's already established and they know you can do that thing, you can do the exact same setup, instant air dash, immediately super dash, and you'll wind up on the same side. So that is immediately a left-right mix. So now, once the enemy knows this, because of course, probably the first time they see this, they're going to get hit. But once they know it, then it's just basically, okay, am I going to get hit on one side or the other? Because it's basically impossible to react to both. You just kind of have to guess. And of course, once we start getting really silly and adding layers upon layers, we can just do something as simple as this here. Just land and immediately go for like a command grab or something. Like, there's just a lot of possibilities, and we're only absolutely scraping the surface. There's so much more possible, but thanks to the fact he gets to play his own game with the air dashes, he gets to do something no other character really gets to do, other than, I guess, Golden Frieza in install form. But, well, guess what, buddy? Being able to do this whenever you want is a lot better than having to spend 3 bars to do it for a very limited amount of time, right? But yeah, by this is no mean a definitive guide. It's just to open you up to the possibilities of what this allows. Because Gogeta gets to break the game in his own fun little way here with the multiple air dashes and being able to air dash after a double jump, being able to jump cancel blocked air moves into air dashes, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be a lot of dirt with this character, to say the least, and he's going to be a very, very hard character to block. So head into the lab, figure out what you can figure out. I encourage it because I'm sure there's a lot to find out. That all said, my friends, that is the end of this video. There'll be a lot more Gogeta content coming on the channel in the next few days, so check that out. And other than that, that is the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Dragon Ball.
This is the life.